Joining me now for more, Michael Knowles with the Daily Wire. Michael, 65% are okay with paying more for gas. I don't know how long that's going to last, but the poll never specified how much more they're willing to pay for gas, and we can see that the price is steadily rising. Where do you think most people are going to draw the line?
Well, I think the real issue here is that 74% of all statistics are completely bogus. And the reason for that is you actually see it with regard to this war in Ukraine. Almost three-quarters of Americans favor a no-fly zone over Ukraine. But 0% of Americans favor direct war with Russia. And apparently, very few Americans understand that those two statements are the same thing. So I think that a lot of people want to rally to support Ukraine. A lot of people want to rally to oppose Russia. But they don't want to pay for the consequences of that. And so, yes, for right now, this is very good for Joe Biden. It's the first bump in his poll numbers that he has seen in his entire presidency. But I think there's going to be a time limit for that. You're already seeing people exasperated at the pump. We now have all-time high record gas prices. We have 40-year high inflation. There is no way that Joe Biden is going to be in a good position politically if that keeps up. There's no way that the Democrats are going to be in a good position politically, especially in a midterm year, if those gas prices continue to rise.
Yeah, I hear you. Lies, darn lies, and statistics, right? I'm paraphrasing a little bit there. Another question we asked in the poll is whether or not Americans approve of President Biden's handling of foreign policy. I think you touched on this. 52% they approve. Is the war in Ukraine, I think this is an obvious answer, helping his popularity? And one of the ironic things about all this is, to me, is American political leaders can't unite the country behind anything. Vladimir Putin, ironically, has provided a common enemy that is allowing Americans at least to unite somewhat in the short term.
Well, the Soviet Union did that for the entirety of the Cold War. So it's no surprise that we would see this again from Vladimir Putin invading his smaller, weaker neighbor. This is very good for Joe Biden. He had been underwater on every other issue in the country and outside the country, especially on foreign policy after the Afghanistan debacle. The one issue that had been working in his favor was his handling of COVID, but in recent months that also collapsed as well. So this is good for Joe Biden in as much as it's something new, and I think that Americans want to support the president, especially at a time of global uncertainty at war. But I think that President Zelenskyy made the point to Senate Democrats just the other day. The war was caused in large part because of specific Joe Biden policies, notably pulling the sanctions off of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. So I think as more of this story plays out, as we see more and more the role of the United States and of the Biden administration in creating the conditions for this war, I think those numbers are going to go down.
Right, and you mentioned the echoes of the Cold War. We used to say politics stops at the water's edge. We're seeing a little bit of a resurgence of that lately. Anyway, Michael Knowles with the Daily Wire, thank you very much. Enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.